The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Manchester United against BOTAFOGO.
Red is the colour, the only colour. We bring you this game, of course, from Old Trafford, Manchester. There's the whistle.
When you have Edwin van der Sar in goal, it's like having an 11th outfield player. He can make every kind of save and get his team on the front foot.
Has a great gift for distribution, doesn't he? Almost assists.
Exactly, he's a playmaking goalkeeper who likes to trigger attacks as soon as the ball ends up in his possession.
Hit into the middle. Pirlo. Scholes does well to get it back. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. And it's Rooney. Pedro Neto. Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos. It's a good spell of possession, this. Cruyff. And this is Cruyff. Kagawa. And he's picked out the run. Just a chance for a shot! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Suarez actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Kagawa with the short one. That's very neat. Oh, looks like he's been taken out there. Goes long and straight. And now they can spring out of defence. Kagawa. Luis Suarez. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Botafogo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Kagawa. Scholes. Good, strong midfield running here. The referee's awarded a free kick. It is a fair distance from goal. I'm not sure if he'll have a go. That is some save from Khan. That's a fine save.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Corner number 2 then. They've played it short. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Corner number 3 coming up. taking no chances there. Kagawa receives it in a wide position. And it's hoisted clear. BOTAFOGO are looking to go forward now. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. In with the challenge. It's a good-looking delivery. Cleared without hesitation. Pinches it off him. Puskás can see things others simply cannot. Scholes. Pedro Neto showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. And for sure, that was not one of his best.
Carlos has totally shown his greedy streak, and the boss is not happy, I can tell you.
Kagawa. Gattuso. It's a really well-measured ball. Looking for the run. He's in plenty of space here. Climbs up! Off the post! And he's quick to get it clear again. Looking for options for movement. He might be in here! Goes for a shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO! And with that, he becomes a member of the exclusive 300 Club. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
BOTAFOGO have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Roberto Carlos. Now it's Pelé. BOTAFOGO leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Scholes. That is ended up in no man's land and reclaimed it in a trice. Pirlo.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Bellingham. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Pelé. Bellingham. Ferdinand cuts it out. Pass somewhat off target. Challenged just a bit on the firm side. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
And now, to all members
on the face of it, it looks a fair reflection of what we've all seen, Peter. Some incisive play one side, battling qualities on the other. I think this game is there to be won, and a minor tweak maybe all it needs to change it.
For Manchester United.
Botafogo have
Number
played well
25,
here, and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0.
26,
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here.
7, Bale.
Botafogo
Number 8,
carrying a one-goal lead. Ronaldinho. Scholes. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Puskas. Now that looks a decent ball. Pass is just off target. Quality ball. That's good running with the ball. He's had it taken off him. Oh, that's well spotted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Cruyff. And he's been shifted off it. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Scholes. That's a lovely, neat pass. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Can he get onto this? Puskas. Foot in. Big chance, corner. Botafogo have their second corner now. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now a sudden chance to counter.
Match was 71,898.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Nice interception, well timed. That has been cut short. Cruyff is onto this. Bale. And this is Ronaldinho. Botafogo needed that. They really needed it.
You know, it was an intervention that...
He's having a shot! It's anyone's ball now.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
He shifted it to the flank. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And it's Bale. Gattuso.
Botafogo have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Luis Suarez, a player who needs no introduction.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Looking tidy in possession here.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
And he's only too happy to take that back. And here's Bale.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Cruyff. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's there to get it away. Now it's Luis Suarez. No, he's just misjudged that one. Roberto Carlos. Ronaldinho. And this is Luis Suarez. Now it's Cruyff. Gattuso pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. And here's Bale. Now it's Luis Suarez. Botafogo still ahead by the game's only goal. Now, what about a counter-attack? That looks a good ball through. Ronaldinho. Into the last 5 minutes. Looking to play him in. And this is Bale. He's got away.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Now it's Luis Suarez, out towards the flank. Scholes, great defending, strong and determined. That's that, the end. Botafogo have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Puskás claiming the man of the match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have a resolve that'll envy many.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The
today's
excitement
match.
already palpable. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. And as you can see, we've already started here. This is the lineup we've been given. How do you read it, Jim?
Well, the obvious standout in today's football in this system.
Messi! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Oh, that's fabulous. Koeman with the clearance. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Looking for options for movement. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
BOTAFOGO clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. Giuliano Belletti will undoubtedly have a very busy game here, Peter. He's good going in both directions and has a very impressive engine.
One of those who's become a cult hero for every club he's represented. Famously, of course, 3 years in Catalonia and 1 goal, the winner in a European final.
Yeah, well, who could forget that? But first and foremost, I see him as someone who always puts in an honest shift. He'll do everything his manager asks him to do and will rarely let you down.
Azar conjures time and space where few can. And that little bit of skill has got him away. He is through here. Botafogo still without a single shot on target. Cruyff.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And it's Pirlo. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Oh, what a ball! He's had a shot! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Hazard.
That's good play from him.
Carvajal does well to stand firm and defend it. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Pele. Hazard. And that has left him in a heap. That's tidy. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Oh, off the bar! Oh, there's a probing ball. Cruyff. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's burst through! Oh, well played. And he shoots! Goal! Botafogo! First blood drawn. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have our breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And this is Cruyff.
I wouldn't fancy playing up.
Has a shot! Oh, it rattles the bar! Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Neymar. Big chance! Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
So this to restore parity. A formality, we're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
The goal scorer after 39 minutes is number 8, Neymar!
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Now it's Yamal.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Hazard goes pulsing down that left-hand side. And this is Neymar. And it's Hazard. Oh, such a clever touch. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost
There will be
personal.
1 minute
But it had
added
to be.
time.
Looking for the run. Koeman kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Carvajal looking to hit the byline here. Oh, that's... And the shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. BOTAFOGO were so close to ending that half in the perfect fashion, but it just wasn't to be in the end.
And just a quick reminder today to
Well, it's been a
please
tight
drink
game, but one that's
responsibly.
packed
Anyone
with
appearing
incidents
intoxicated
and
or
talking
behaving in
points. A
inappropriate
decent
manner
watch
will be
this,
removed.
and
Thank
it's
you very
1-1
much for your
at half-time.
cooperation.
BOTAFOGO get the second half started. Roberto Carlos. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Good take, and is he in? BOTAFOGO can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Bellingham has found the net here, of course. Looking to play him in. He's got away. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Hazard. Camavinga. Hazard. So, what can they make of this? Camavinga was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Carvajal. Yamal is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's good play. And it's Camavinga. Showing good feet. Cruyff did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bellingham. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Pirlo standing over it.
Substitution on the field, number 7, Hazard. Coming on to replace him is number 9.
And it's been taken short. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Yamal.
Such good technique.
Roberto Carlos. Now that's well seen too. Messi. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. He won't be happy with that one. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Bellingham. Has a look and plays it forward. Cruyff. Now it's Pelé. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now, can they get him away? And that is a little undercooked. And here's Cruyff. Oh, he refuses to take the bait. Messi. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's Platini. Roberto Carlos. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Well, that is one way to stop him. And that's put paid to a promising move.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Belletti. Oh, that's a key interception. That's a lovely, neat pass. Not the most accurate pass. Baresi makes the interception. Good effort from distance. And no, he couldn't find the finish.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again. Now it's Puskas. Well, he certainly caught him there. It's a free kick.
Substitution on the field. Number 23, Messi. Number 25, Eduardo Camavinga. Number 4, Jamal. Number 37.
Decent hit and on target.
Coming on the field, number 11, Rafinha. Number
Well, in my
10,
opinion, set pieces
Pedri.
are 50-50
Number
moments,
18,
and this is a rather
Griezmann.
big one, and it
Number
all depends on the
14,
service.
Alessandro Bastoni.
Pirlo with the short one. Cruyff! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
BOTAFOGO take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Puskas. And this is Pelé!
Oh, really well played.
And the through ball. Alisson gets his hands on it. And there goes the final whistle. BOTAFOGO proudly puff out their chests in victory. They know that was a battle. They know it could so easily have gone the other way. And they are clearly so happy to have won it.
Please join me in wishing
voted
all the
man
best
of the
for
match,
members of
and
our fan
deservedly
club
so.
celebrating their wedding anniversary today.
Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
My thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Milan e BOTAFOGO.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, we're underway.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who'll need to drop into position and cover the spaces.
And the pass is intercepted. Not the most accurate pass. Mbappe is onto this. He's found a way through. He's having a shot!
A real chance and a real let-off.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full...
It's Pele! That is decidedly lacking. That has been slung wide. Oh, easy pickings there. Nice looking ball. No, he's just misjudged that one. Rijkaard. Couple of decent early chances. It bodes well for an exciting game. Park Ji-sung. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Neymar. Looking for the run. Can he latch on to this? Oh, lovely feed. He is such a good mover. Koundé defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Beckenbauer kept his eye on it, and he's there. And no, he's seen through all of that. Played back. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Park Ji-sung! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Park Ji-sung clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And it's been taken short. That's the throw. And this is Raul. And this is Maradona. Oh, shooting chance! Milan have their second corner now. And he's gone backward here. And a chance! And now they can spring out of defence. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's in space and looking for options. Delivered in. And that's the keeper's ball. And here's the chance to counter. So it is still 0-0. Good defending there. They've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. It's a searching pass. Pele is flagged offside. In with the challenge. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? And this is Pele! And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, split-second reaction.
Neymar really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Pele! Oh, that's another chance. And that is doing no harm at all. He's gone direct here. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's burst through. Goal! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Raul deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Puskás can so cleverly bypass the press. It's come to nothing. It's still 0-0, but no shortage of effort. Park Ji-sung. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, that's fabulous. Maradona.
That will annoy the manager. They're making themselves too predictable here.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Pele. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, he's fizzed it forward. That's a good run down the left. Just eases him off the ball. Aimed beyond the defence. Caresses it through. Header! And the whistle goes for half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So there was the first half.
What a pleasant surprise to see how open this game is turning into. Just wondering if the two teams are going to keep doing what we've seen in the first half. I hope that a cautious aspect doesn't kick in.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And if you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period here. So neither side has yet broken through. Bellingham, who needs just a moment to score a goal. It's a pretty loose pass. Milan look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Now it's Mbappe. Puskás. No, he refuses to take the bait. Rijkaard. Now it's Raul. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. Neymar. Now it's Pele. Can he spark a counter here? Tries to play it through. Great vision. Oh, good take in a good area. He's had a shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Well, there's the clearance. Van Dijk. Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. That pass has been well intercepted.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Tries to get it clear, and that was nowhere near his best. Now, can they get him away? That's been slipped through. He's picked his way through. Puskás! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? And it's Bellingham. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Now that is tidy, really tidy. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Now it's Pele. Adams spots it and intercepts. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Park Ji-sung really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Oh, really cute. What a lovely series of passes. Defending of the desperate variety.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Looking to play him in. Good read, needed to be. Neymar. Pirlo, the man we've all come to watch. And it's Roberto Carlos. Neymar picks it up out wide. Looking for options for movement. Now it's Pele. Elects to bullish header! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Pele is offering a wry smile there.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 23.
It's their second corner of the game.
Numero 21. Numero 18. Numero 9.
They've played it short. And here's Pirlo. Delivered across. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it.
Il numero 22.
Milan are looking to go forward now.
Il numero 15. Messi. Il numero 13. Cambio di giocatori.
The final 5 minutes. It's played through for him. And this is Forlan. And Messi! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Pass somewhat off target. Pele. It's Cruyff. Ambitious ball here. Well, played right into his shot at goal! Oh, yes, it's there! And that's got to be it! That has got to be it!
Yeah, but how about that coolness and confidence, Peter?
And that will be it. BOTAFOGO have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Stoichkov claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. BOTAFOGO leave it late, but in the end, it was great.
Well, this looked like it had a draw written all over it, Peter, so credit where it's due. They found a way to win it, and they can take great satisfaction from never losing that focus.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against BOTAFOGO.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used.
Roll! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Zanetti, Koeman does really well to win the ball there. Oh, nicely intercepted. Raul, he's found. There's the shot! Goal!
Well, once more, it's him, and we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Eto'o. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Ruben Dias calmly anticipates. Maldini. Neymar. Nedved. That's a little off target. Raul. Carvajal. Oh, that's fabulous. Played in by Dani Carvajal. Neymar. Now it's Eto'o. Beckenbauer kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's had a hit!
And he was there to get a vital touch.
Pirlo is offering a wry smile there.
Pirlo standing over it.
Yeah, it may not seem important, but it is. I think the first corner can always set the tone.
And now they can spring out of defence. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Eto'o. He's got away. And the finish!
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better chance, really, and 99 times out of 100, and you know what I'm going to say next.
Carvajal is looking to influence the game from out wide. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Carvajal
With the slide tackle there.
The ball is loose and he's got full.
Oh, should really have made more of that.
That definitely had the element of surprise to it. Clearly came in when no one was expecting it, and it was drilled. Botafogo really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
Neymar. Neymar is, of course, well known for his dancing feet.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Neymar. Good running, strong and purposeful.
Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. And he's intervened well there. Pirlo. Can he get on the end of this? He can run onto that. Bergkamp. And Mateus. Rijkaard. Mateus. And it's Neymar. Beckenbauer promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking for the run. That is good alertness. Mateus. Neymar. Zanetti. Now this could be a chance. And this is Raul. Nedved.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Real chance! Denied by an instinctive save.
Raul clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
BOTAFOGO looking to go forward now. And he's there to make the challenge. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And that's going to be a booking.
He just can't argue with that. He could have been booked for an earlier incident too. Yeah, they look as if they're intent, Peter, on stopping him outside the laws of the game, so the referee is going to have to be very alert here.
He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. That's very neat. Neymar. And this is...
Tries a shot!
And again the keeper stands strong. It's their second corner of the game.
Mateus! He has done it! And there's the goal they've been looking for.
It was wonderfully efficient.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
And this is Eto'o. He's picked his...
It's Eto'o! Sensational from Eto'o! He's got himself an absolute peach. A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Bayer Leverkusen find a position of real strength now. Pirlo looking to penetrate opposition lines. And he was quick to react. Nedved. And this is Eto'o.
He is through here.
Eto'o. A lot of space ahead of him. And we've reached half-time. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
BOTAFOGO really have to pick things up here. Their opponents are going to set up to play on the counter-attack.
All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. BOTAFOGO presented with a golden opportunity here. The ball is on the spot. Here we go.
And that's one back. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's a good penalty. Made the keeper commit early and set himself up for quite a comfortable finish.
BOTAFOGO give themselves a fighting chance. Back in with a shout. Tries to play it through. Koeman. It's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Eto'o. And this is Eto'o.
And he's found a way past.
Koeman did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And here's Raul. Lovely pass, but...
Oh, shooting chance!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it. And I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
Bayer Leverkusen looking to pass their way through. Looking for a runner. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
And it's Zanetti. Raul proving a very adept defender. It was a good tackle too.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days. All part of a forward's duties.
Koeman makes the interception. And that is a little undercooked. Nedved. And this is Eto'o. Nedved. Vinicius Junior. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Koeman cuts it out. Vinicius Junior. Now it's Pelé. Great vision.
Zanetti.
The man that is tenacity personified.
Maldini.
And it's Bergomi.
And Zanetti. Rijkaard.
Neymar. Mateus. And it's Bergomi.
And Zanetti. Nedved. Zanetti.
And it's Zanetti. Neymar, who's set up one goal so far. Out for a throw.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 7, Ito. Coming on to replace
Driving
him
on and
is
making good progress.
number 9,
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And he's managed to get free. Czech deals with that, nice and simple.
Zanetti.
And it's Zanetti.
Nedved. Zanetti.
Can he get it through? Now it's Nedved. Rummenigge. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Mateus looking to add to his goal. And there's the shot! And that would have won it.
Oh, he went for it there knowing full well that it could have all been wrapped up.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he was alert to it. Czech gets it away.
Zanetti.
Zanetti goes on a charge down the left. Cruyff. It's a searching pass. And he's straight offside. Neymar. Offside again. Roberto Carlos. That was good pressing, forced the error to put an end to it before things could get even more threatening. Rummenigge. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that has left him in a heap. Mateus. Rijkaard gets across to intercept that. It's come to nothing. Beckham. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Puskás looking for options for movement. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box.
Bergomi.
Did incur the wrath of the referee and has earned himself a booking in the process. And that is the last effort of the game. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, And those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good about it. He is known simply as Doué! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And we have our very first corner. That's a decent clearance. Pirlo does really well to win the ball there. Doué in with the challenge. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Has a look and plays it forward. And it's Doué. He's going for goal! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
He's away! Ah, lovely feet.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And he's only too happy to take that back. Well, that looks a decent ball. No joy this time. Good read, needed to be. Anything noteworthy in the early part of the match, Jim?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Cruyff, plenty of appeals, but the referee is not interested. And here's Eto'o. It's Eto'o! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt. It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Roberto Carlos.
Oh, great feet, that.
He's found a way through. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Roberto Carlos, not one to pass up the chance to run up the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and control, skill and strength, the sort of desire we hope will spread.
Pass somewhat off target. And he cuts out the supply. Now it's Pelé. And that's been intercepted. Now it's Puskas.
Goes for a shot! Goal! BOTAFOGO!
And BOTAFOGO are in front. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Neymar. He's had it taken off him. Serginho. He's been bundled over, that is a foul. And that's going to be a booking. Pirlo with a real chance here. Pirlo! That's a fine save.
Absolutely terrific, terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Pelé! Pelé! A collective sigh of relief from the defence.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
30 minutes gone. Nice looking ball. Cruyff providing an outlet on that flat. Whistle's gone and the referee has given a penalty. BOTAFOGO have themselves a chance from the spot. Check in the context of the game, he must save it. And Czech pulls off a sensational save. He has spurned it.
Not the best spot kick I've ever seen, but they've got to keep their heads up and chase this game.
Caceres with the clearance. Pirlo, the regular corner taker.
Oh, what a climb! And he has kicked it out somehow.
Pelé is offering a wry smile there.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Caceres deals with that comfortably. Well, there was an element of promise insofar as they kept the ball well, but they did very little with it. And it's Doué. Doué tries making a foray down the right. Serginho. Caceres gets over and intercepts. And here's Messi. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? And the through ball. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He can run onto that. Doué. Now it's Puskas. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Played out towards the right wing. Roberto Carlos. Nice defending, physical and effective. Messi. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
BOTAFOGO, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Eto'o. And reclaimed it in a trice. Pirlo. Knocks it into space. Now it's Puskás, looking for the run. He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. And drive! He has hit that forcefully.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Davids, that has not gone well. And this is Pelé. Some resolute defending there. Out to the left it goes. Now it's Messi. Not the most convincing of passes. And this is Messi. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Eto'o looks to get on the end of this. Puskás plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, while the temptation's always there, Peter, I think it would be ill-advised of them to try settle for what they've got.
Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Looking for options for movement.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Over to the left. He's picked his way through. Shapes to shoot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. And it's Pirlo. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Well, the movement is slick. The speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, nicely intercepted. And they're back on the ball again. Davids. And Doué. Now it's Eto'o. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match. They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now it's Pelé. Neymar. Messi stood his ground strongly. Eto'o. Stood up well to him there. And this is Eto'o. Pinches it off him. Messi. And this is Eto'o. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's a sharp little ball here. Oh, some tackle that.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Great chance! That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it.
substituição.
Desperate defending required here. Messi goes short. Neymar!
Oh, the ball's run loose here.
And here's Eto'o. And this is Neymar.
Teremos minuto de acréscimo.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Davids. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Botafogo have done it. Their solitary strike ultimately proving just enough. A terrific win, however you look at it. Pelé claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.